All right, now, fellas, I'm going to reserve my opinions for the end. And oh, I'm sorry, that's rude of me. Good evening. How you doing? You know what you're here for today. We are here to determine if this is normal or if this is just assault extraordinaire, you know, exposing a little sodium.
He didn't block Kai, bro. Come on now, that's Kai. You stupid to do that.
He paid $150 plus a $50 tip for this haircut. Was it worth it?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's like you get more than a haircut for all that. Pause. No diddy.
That dandruff, of course. Yep. You know, blacks.
Shut up.
Had to wash his raw
Better for 150.
to the barbershop with dandruff.
I know it's an abbreviation, but it look like Miami Elite Simp.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe this cut is 150. 150 for a Caesar with a beard? Never mind.
Yeah, that's getting kind of costly there. That look like a lot of work.
I'm not getting a facial for my man though. That
I gotta agree on that one, man. It's a bit much, brother. I mean, it's each his own, but I don't know about all that, bro.
like, what if the feels so good, you might like accidentally catch a slight erect?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on now. We're going to have to go black and white to tell the difference. Now, we're going to have to talk a moment now. What do we, first of all, if a man rubs your face and you catching that, you was already on Zesty time, bro. I don't know where your mind is at, but if that happens to you, listen, y'all. It's 2024. It's time to live your truth. I will put that out there. It's time to live your truth. It's 2024. You ain't got a lot to kick it like old boy who was talking about what he do to Sonic Fox if he won the tournament and didn't nobody provoke it. He just said it on his own. Now we're gonna get back to this video, man. But you ain't got too many more times to say something like that, all right? Let's go on. Now I didn't agree with you saying it's inappropriate, but you didn't cross the whole nother line and the whole nother boundary that shouldn't even have been thought about. But let's go ahead and continue, man.
Not saying I would, but I'm just saying, like, because to me, facials are sensual.
The proper term will be intimate or sensual, not automatically to that. It's sensual and intimate. Okay, there's a difference. That one is just straight to the point. That's nah, man. It's too strong.
Like me personally, I'm not letting no touch me. Like I'm not letting no man give me a facial, bro. Anytime I've had a facial, it's been from a woman.
I could make a joke here and plug in. I'm gonna just let him rock.
I don't want no man massaging me. I don't want no man giving me no facial. I've only been massaged by women. I've only had facials by women.
Well, I guess I would have to let him have it on the pause. I would have to let him have it on that aspect because depending on how those facials took place, the perception of that facial can be drastically changed from just a professional standpoint. So I do understand that because things can go a drastically different way. I'm just saying, depending on the relationship or who it is doing the hair or the facial, it can be significantly different than the professional way that it's done. I'll just say that. Well, we'll let him have that. All right, we're gonna be fair. I don't think he deals with women often, but I'll just say for whatever he's dealt with, we'll let him have that.
To me, these are sexual things. Facials are sexual. Massages are sexual. That's why I don't go to massage parlors and all that type of shit. Like, what if I get rocked? Not because I'm but just by, human nature.
If you're going like that, bro, you need to have more self-control, boy.
I would never allow a man to give me a facial. This really sitting over here enjoying a man massage and touch his face. Got a man rubbing under his eyes. This dude could do all the himself at home. Dude was feeling so good he fell asleep in a man's chair. Then if he goes back, he liked the way the man was touching him. He loved the treatment.
It's a little strong on that aspect. You going a little extreme. It's not as far as just him alone. I mean, he was using dehumidifiers and all kinds of stuff. Because if you want to be technical, back in the day when they used to do close shaves, they would have to be all up on you with those blades to make sure they get you right. Okay, so I decided to look one up. I had to check it out myself. Okay, so now as we see, we got the facial action going on. Okay, but we have a woman doing it on this side. So I don't know if that's how, they said they've been doing it since the 1820s. So I don't know if that's how it's always been, if the woman does this end of it every time. But I just want to watch a regular shit, because man, he be making stuff weird. So I wanted to look it up and see for myself, because I don't like to just be talking and I don't, you know what I'm saying, see more examples of this, because he could just be going too far, right, and then change. Okay, and as we see, it is the lady doing this part, but he's taking it a bit too far with the way he's saying it. This looks like straight up work rubs, but again, like on some man stuff, a man is really not trying to rub another man's face like that. And even again, that was, he had, even the other man doing it had on gloves, so he may not even have a woman available to do that part, but it wasn't like he was getting all into it all on his body. He's just doing the job to get it done. So again, he may have just been making it more weird than actually. I'm still not doing it. I just think he was making it a little more weird than it actually was. But let's go ahead and continue. Oh yeah, this one perfect. We got super OG on this. This man been cutting hair since the 1920s. Okay, I'm sorry, my bad, bro. It probably ain't been that long. Maybe like the 50s or 60s. Man, let's just continue, man. My bad. Respect for my elders. Let me cut it out. And see, even this dude, he's probably asleep too. But I know a lot of things dealing with the hair and stuff like that is a really quick way to make people fall asleep. But as you can see, he fell asleep in this chair too. It ain't nothing weird about it. Just putting the shaving cream on. So I mean, yeah, honestly, cause see, he's all up on his face. You know what I'm saying? Hands all on his head. And really, when you look at it, it's really about getting the job done, making sure it's looking as pristine and good as possible. Cause honestly, like I said, if you're gonna pay that kind of money, you want it done right. And if that person's the best of the best who does it, I mean, you know, you could feel or be silly however you want, but if you want the job done correctly, you know, people gonna have to do what they gotta do to do it right. Cause the last thing you're gonna do is pay $150 and the dude ain't even putting that kind of work in. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, now if the dude was sitting all on your lap and doing all that, then okay, it's more weird, but nah, that looked pretty normal. But again, I say it's not for me, but yeah, after watching both, it's funny how when you see things in context, when people paint things a certain way, it can make you see things a certain way. So typically when I do these videos, I try to be very careful about how I present things and try to be as fair as possible.
You don't gotta stop smiling now that I'm recording.
Pay $150 for a Caesar and for a man to give him a facial.
Pause.
Bro, I'm sorry, but this is Zesty treatment.
It's not for me, but nah, it ain't really Zesty though. I mean, it is what it is. It's business. And now this is where we're gonna get into the grown conversation. This is where we're gonna get into the tutorial portion. But all jokes aside, when we're talking to commerce, right, you're gonna have to pay somebody to do that. And honestly and truly, if I have a $150 cut, right, where I'm doing all of this stuff, let's say he has a female do that, he's gonna have to pay that woman, because you can't just break nobody off no $20 or no $10. Like, he's gonna have to give up $30 to $40 something of his cut. And so it's not a weird ass number. He's probably gonna have to take 70 on this cut, and then the person doing the facial is gonna take probably 40 to 50, and then the tip most likely will go to that woman doing the facial over the man. So when it comes down to it, to making the money, it's not practical or makes sense for you to have additional workers to do that, and to be sure that it's done right to keep the pristine and clean reputation to be the best of the best. So again, like I'm gonna say, it's all perception, because in my opinion, the man even had gloves on. He did everything he was supposed to do. The man was happy with the job and even tipped him $50. So when it's all said and done, if it's coming off that zesty to you, you gotta ask yourself where your mind is at. You know what I'm saying? Like, where is your mind really at? Because when you watch it again, watch it on the perspective of a man doing his job, right? Me personally, I wouldn't do that, but as I'm watching it, nothing that man was doing was sensual. He wasn't rubbing all on him, breathing on his face, kissing his forehead. Nah, the man was just doing his job. He was doing what he was paid for, and it's hard to find good help. So I just seen the professional working. I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, for that much amount of money, you should have begged for enhancements. I pay $150, even though I don't need them, just give me the motherfucking enhancements. Like, I need my looking as sharp as I can for as long as I can. Give it to me. No diddy. Let me get the motherfucking enhancements.
Take that.
Skin glowing? Bro, your skin glows every time you get a cut. Like, see how grimy I look right now? When I get a cut, my skin will be glowing. Right now, my mustache is out of whack. It's not sharp. Like, my cut's expired already, bro. When you start to see my mustache flare, it's over.
Expired? What is it, milk?
I know.
Well, that's enough of that. In the meanwhile, I appreciate it if you kicked it with your boy. We're coming up on 13 minutes. If you held with your boy this long, I definitely appreciate it. I appreciate you stopping through, leaving your feedback. I do read majority of the messages when they pop up. I try to fit them in because I'm always on the run, always moving. But I definitely read them all, positive and negative. And sometimes we have a little roast off. I give them a little cooking on, do a little barbecue thing, ain't no thing. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and head on out. If you do want more videos in this 13-14 minute range, also leave that below. And I'll be sure to do it more often. Right now, the cap is currently 8 minutes. I try to stick around 8 minutes because I don't want to make it too long to where people aren't interested in watching. But if you are interested in watching the longer form, I do listen. I do read those comments, and I do accept constructive criticism. But you know what time it is. In the meanwhile, I'm out. Have a good one.
To me, these are sexual things. Facials are sexual. Massages are sexual. That's why I don't go to massage parlors and all that type of shit. Like, what if I get rocked? Not because I'm but just by, human nature.